How do you know what kind of features you should be making for your software business? Just the thought process behind it. If you want to make a new feature for your business, we're going to be focusing on software here. How would you go about it? I'm going to show you the three things I think about when I want to build out a feature that has the highest likelihood of getting profitability, adoption, and so on that works with the business and just increases the value of the whole software service you're giving out. My name's Chris. I run a SaaS venture studio, but I also have a portfolio of software businesses under my company as well. But it's basically a business management platform. So you get to list your investors, get to structure out your company, you get to list it as a profile, build blog posts so you get search traffic coming into you, and you get to organize everything. So we guide you through getting your idea and into the marketing phase. So the whole middle process is what the software here helps. I'm not going to go through the software inside, but I'm going to just show you exactly the features that I use and why I decided to put them in here and why our users that are over 500 right now, why do they like them too? So the first thing I like to think about when I'm trying to think of a feature to add in here, I have a parent problem that I'm trying to solve. There is a larger scale issue that I am solving. In this case, it's taking ideas and getting them to profitability, getting a startup to work and start to make money. But for the average person, for the everyday person as well. And it works for Fortune 500 companies when they're trying to build out new products, new businesses. But this is actually for the everyday person. This is not for institutions or governments. So if somebody wants to take their idea, make money, there's a whole bridge of stuff they have to get right to get across it. You need to have sales, you need to have marketing, you need to have product, you need to have validation. It's not easy. But this actually helps kind of give clarity, and we try to make it as easy as possible for somebody to get results on their business, their startup, their idea, their concept, their venture, whichever. So you have a big problem here. In our case, it's idea to money, and idea to money has a lot of complexity. We have a validator tool based on the businesses that we help start through my venture studio, and that data gets funneled into the software here. So how we validate ideas is we use our framework to do it, and we just ask for a few inputs so they get their idea validated. Once they know they have an idea that works, then they want to bring it to market. And based on what that idea is, who you're targeting, what level of company you're targeting, if it's people, businesses, specific people in companies, wherever you're going, it gives you the marketing channel you're supposed to use to first get your clients at the highest return possible. But the one thing that you want to do is think of, okay, how can I make this process faster or easier or to get them better results? Essentially, faster, easier, or better. Now, we can make it better by actually helping them do the marketing outreach. We don't have this right now, but for example, if you wanted to run some kind of AI lead generation service, you could also have the AI give the sales script based on the type of persona the person is targeting. That could be a great feature because it complements what you're already doing. It's basically its own standalone thing, and it adds a ton of value to the overall problem you're solving, which is outreach. So you can have the custom scripts and you could have the outreach, but then you could also have a research tool. Now you want to think about it in the sense of like, you have your main kind of company. If you want to get access to this, it's completely for free. Startup Titan is actually completely free for the first week. So you don't need a credit card either. So just click the link below, go sign up, check it out, put in your details. If you don't like it, no harm, no foul. It's free for 7 days, but check it out, see how it works for you. And then you're starting to reach out into like side domains, as well as making it faster, easier, and better. You can start to reach out across domains when you're sort of branching out to other problems. That's when you kind of have a certain level of success. I'd say if you're probably hitting like 10 to 20K a month, you can start to add features that are a little bit past what problem you're trying to solve. But you still want to keep it focused in. You want to keep it dialed in for sure. You could add a research tool, you could see how people are using it, and then you could have the outreach, and then you could have the sales. That would be a more holistic idea. And the more things you add that are of value, the more your software becomes valuable in and of itself. People tend to stick with you longer. They tend to pay higher prices, and they tend to have higher satisfaction scores in terms of reviews and all that, because you're having all of their needs met. And this is something that I noticed as a general trend in business, is that there are a lot of companies, the ones that do it all really well are the ones that are winning. The ones that are super specialized win, and the ones that do it all win. If you're super specialized, you tend to have a lot of competition unless you're tackling something that's really narrow, specific, that's hard to solve. But if you're doing something that's kind of generic, like AI, SEO stuff, there are a lot of places that do that. And you would benefit by actually having a more ecosystem-like platform where you kind of do it all instead of just doing that one specific thing. One specific thing works if it's a complicated thing that's hard to solve, because not a lot of people can do it. Or if you have something that's kind of generalized and you can solve it all holistically with a systematic process. Those are the things that I notice that do the best. If you want to think also as an example, kind of like Walmart, Amazon, any large company like that, even something like SEMrush for SEO tools, Stripe for payments. Stripe for payments does have a ton of different payment features. And that's what keeps people on the platform, because they don't need to go elsewhere for the solution. The realm of what that person needs is all there. So they can take care of that person's needs in this whole domain for the foreseeable future. And that's what makes a really powerful, sticky software business. In terms of my business, I'm going to show you an example that's more tangible. And here's what we literally do. For example, this is after somebody has completed their tasks. You'll see here that we guide them through the entire process, from idea validated with some steps in here, validation through some steps in here, offer, first leads, sales, and scaling. So you can ideate, which is you have your idea. You have your business creator, which actually generates an outline of the assets you're going to need: website, assets, business name, description, kind of where you're trying to go. It gives you the paths. And then the idea validator more validates that path. It makes it from a unpaved dirt road to a paved modern day highway road. And then you have the ROI features, which once you have your main product, you want to think of features that kind of work, that actually increase your revenue. There are a lot of features out there. There are a million possibilities for what you can do. But these ones give you the ones that have the highest return, that are the best fit for the kind of idea startup you're launching. Then we have the growth plan, which is the marketing side. It's where you have your product, and then you have the path. Now you want to know where it's going. The path would be the marketing channel: Facebook, ads, Instagram, organic, TikTok, LinkedIn, cold outreach, cold email, any channel. This will help figure out, based on what you have, this is the best path forward to start with. Then you have the path to where you're going. And now you want to add the gasoline, you want to add the fuel, and then it's the content creator, which the content is essentially, could include the content for your posts, could be the content for your organic, if you want to make scripts, if you want to learn what to say, how to say it, your email scripts. And then you also have your sales scripts. And then that's what actually just pushes you forward. You have content, you have the emails, and any other function you need to accelerate through the channel: organic, paid ads, any of that stuff that you choose to do. This helps you get the stuff in place to push it forward. So that's the process that I use, and it's been actually doing quite well. So it takes them down this path, and we ordered it that way on purpose too. But we have some other features that are being built out as well for equity management, business pitch decks, business plans, all that stuff. I hope you found this valuable, and I can't wait to see your startup and see what you guys do. If you love the video and you want to get more, you click the link below. On top of getting access to Startup Time for 7 days for free, which is everybody, no credit card required, all that stuff. We have a bunch of other resources below that include us helping you out, literally, our business helping out with the services in terms of validation, in terms of building out software startups and getting them to market. We offer those as well. Those are higher level stuff, but all the resources will be located down below. Check them out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.